So there's this ad that's been popping up, and it basically has like clips of people saying some, quite ridiculous things, talking about mogging, talking about if you're not making 100,000 a year, you gotta get to work. And then there was another guy about how 20% of men are the only men that attract women, something like that. Anyway, a lot of dumbass shit. Anyway, and at the end of this clip, it comes up and it's the Mayor of London, and it says, listen to your voice, not the noise around you, right? Although the message is a good one, it's very, very dumb. Let me teleport you back many, many moons ago to when you was a kid. Who would you listen to? When your friend tells you something, or your mum, or your dad, or your cousin, or your older brother or sister, who are you going to listen to? Yourself, or the person that talks to you? Now for a lot, obviously not all, for a lot, they look externally for opinions and thoughts and ideas. That's why when you have a kid that's angry or swearing or very nice or very generous, normally you can look towards the parents for the thank you of those behaviours, right? That's not uncommon. It's not something that doesn't happen. So, as I said, kids are very easily impressionable. They're very easy to sway, and for a lot of people, again, not all, normally this follows to young adulthood, and for very more few people, this can go on for the rest of their lives, where they're just influenced by other people. The reason I talk about this is because mogging, money, and the sex attraction part, these all come from substitutes of our friends and our family and people that we look up to. A lot of these kids, most of the time, are on their phone, and this is what they're taking in. So they're listening to a voice, and it's not going to be their own. It's going to be the people in front of them, just like a teacher, or again a parent, or a brother, or a friend. They take voices in. Now, how do we fix this? Well, I don't really know how, but what I do know is that there are not a lot of people that are a good role model for kids nowadays. There's not a lot of people you can look up to. There's not a lot of people with good morals. There's not a lot of good people that have not done some messed up things. Again, we've all messed up. We all mess up, of course. But there's not someone that you can really look at, not a lot of them anyway, that you can look at and go, do you know what, that's someone that, you'd want the kids nowadays to look up to. Now, personally, I think that as a parent, your job is to have your kids look up to you, right? And that means doing the best you can to be a person. You don't need to do a lot for your for your kid to love you, for your kid to look up to you. You really don't need to do a lot. Most of that is just done there by feeding them, sheltering them, taking care of them, helping them with their problems, talking to them when they're down. It doesn't take a lot. Right? It really, really doesn't, for your kid to forgive you for a mess up, or they're gonna love you. They're gonna be there for you. Obviously, again, not all the time, but most of the time. So I think instead of telling kids to listen to their own voices, which, let's be real, it's not always the best, especially when you're growing up. That's the best time. You make so many mistakes when you grow up. So maybe not the best, but maybe what you should be teaching is how to identify the voices that are good, the people that make the noise that is good. Your mum, your dad, a good teacher, a mentor. Not just tell them to listen to themselves. How are you gonna tell someone to listen to themselves if they haven't fully grasped what their voice is yet? Because everyone's opinions and thoughts and personalities are made up of loads of little people, loads of people into one. And then they formulate their own personality, they formulate their own understanding of the world and their opinions and things like that. So telling them to listen to their own voice, I find, is a little stupid. Especially when the only voice they've probably heard are these people, and the voice that's inside their head, the things they think about, are influenced by these voices. So it's no different from listening to some guy talking about Mogging to inside their brain thinking about Mogging. It doesn't make a difference. I think a better advert would be, instead of targeting at kids and saying, listen to your own voice, how about we target one at adults and say, take care of your kids, be the inspiration for them. How about that? That'd be great, right? Because let's be real, if a kid has spent countless hours on a phone just inhaling this junk, right? Yes, it is partly to do with the social media being so addictive, but it also comes with the parent allowing that to happen. There are many measures you can put in place to not have that happen. There are many things you can do as a parent to not allow your kid to be hooked on these things. So why is there not an ad for be a better parent? I don't know. And again, I don't think the parents are solely at fault. But I really don't think the government should have to parent your kid. Not to this degree anyway. But